Hello everyone, this is Joshua, and I'm back with WoW and the WoW Battle for Azeroth Alpha. And last time I went over the Vengeance specs for the Demon Hunter, and this time I thought we're gonna go over the Havoc. This is just a basic overview of the current Alpha build and what my preferences are and my thoughts on the situation. This is all, of course, all subject to change as the Alpha and Beta and stuff progresses. So sit back, get a snack, and I hope you enjoy. First, we're just going to go over the talents. No specific order. I have picked just what I think is the best for leveling. This, of course, will most likely change as I get higher up and for dungeons and raid bosses. But this is what I think is best for leveling at the current time. I have level 99 row. I'm using blind fury, which your eye beams generate 25 fury every second, and its duration is increased by 50%, which is pretty nice, honestly. Next up, we have Demonic Appetite. Is Chaos Strike has a chance to spawn a Soul Fragment, and consuming any Soul Fragment grants you 30 Fury. Uh, last but not least, least, we have Fellblade, which is exactly as on live and still completely useless in my opinion. In the 100 row, we have Insatiable Hunger, which Demon Bite generates up to 10 additional Fury. Next up, we have Demon Blades. Your auto attacks have a 60% chance to deal additional shadow damage and generate Fury. This is pretty much non-changed. I haven't seen a big change on it. You don't really auto attack any faster or any more, so it really hasn't changed that much, and it's still not my preferred playstyle. But new to the to Havoc is the Immolation Aura, which does the exact same what it does in for Vengeance. It engulfs yourself in flames, instantly causing 361 fire damage to enemies within 8 yards and radiating 134 fire damage every second, and it lasts for 10 seconds. It is on a 24-second cooldown. Well, I guess more like a little over 24 and a half second cooldown. And it generates 80 fury over 10 seconds. This is actually a pretty decent build. I think this works out a little bit better in my opinion. I'm still not used to having to for the cooldown, but I do enjoy using this. I'm pretty sure this will probably be my go-to once I get higher up in level. The Immolation Order will definitely be. I'll be using that when I get a little higher in level and start doing some dungeons and stuff. Next up in 102, we have Trail of Ruin, which the final slash of Blade Jans inflicts additional 494 chaos damage over 4 seconds. Fell Mastery increases Fell Rush damage by 100%. Then we have Fell Barrage, which personally does what it does on live, unleashes a torrent of Fell energy over 3 seconds, inflicting 9,700 chaos damage to all enemies within 8 seconds. Within 8 yards rather, and is on a 1 minute cooldown. Next up in the 104, we have Soul Rendering, which gives you your leech is increased by 10%, and it gives you 10% additional leech while Metamorphosis is activated. Next up, we have Desperate Instincts. Blur now reduces damage taken by an additional 15%. Additionally, you automatically trigger Blur whenever you fall below 35% health. Basically, what it does on live. Then Nether Walk, slip into the Nether, increase your movement speed by 100%, and become immune to damage, but unable to attack for 5 seconds, and that's on a 2 minute cooldown. In the 106, we have Cycle of Hatred. When Chaos Strike refunds Fury, it also reduces the cooldown of Metamorphosis by 3 seconds. First Blood, which does pretty much what it does on live. And brand new, we have Dark Slash, which is a melee. It's instant. It is a 20-second cooldown, and what it does is it slashes your enemy for a little over 700 physical damage. But the important thing here is increases the damage of your chaos strikes deals to them by 40% for 8 seconds. That means for 8 seconds, your chaos strikes are going to be dealing a lot more damage to whatever target you hit this with. I've tested this out, and this is actually pretty decent. I definitely think this will be the go-to talent for this row. 108, we have Unleashed Power, which removes the Fury cost of Chaos Nova and reduces cooldown by 33%. Then we have Master of the Glaive. Throw Glaive now snares all enemies hit by 50% for 6 seconds. And Fellow Russian, which impales the target for 574 chaos damage and stuns them for 4 seconds. So on a 30-second cooldown, has a 20-yard range rather. And 101, which at the 101 at the 110 row, we have Demonic, which does the same thing as Live. Eye Beam causes you to enter demonic form for 8 seconds after it finishes dealing damage. And next up we have Momentum. Fell Rush increases your damage done by 15% for 6 seconds. Vengeful Retreat cooldown is reduced by 5 seconds, and it generates 100 Fury over 10 seconds if it damages at least one enemy. And then next up we have Nemesis, which again does the exact same when it does on Live. It's on a 2-minute cooldown. Increases damage you inflict against the target by 25% for 1 minute. When the target is slain, you will inflict 25% additional damage against all creature types matching the original target, humanoid, dragon, etc., for the remaining duration. So exactly what it does on Live. Right now, for leveling purposes, I'm not happy that all three of these are in the same row, especially Nemesis. I really think this should be a baseline talent for us, to be honest. I really would have preferred Demonic, Momentum, and something else. Maybe something to give us like an insane amount of Fury generation for 8 seconds or something that along, or something to buff our metamorphosis, our metam form, or something to that effect. I'm not real happy that Nemesis is in the same row as this. I really hope they change this. But for leveling purposes, I am running this here. I'm Blind Fury because I think it synergizes well with with the Insatiable Hungers. I tried it with Demonic, but I'm finding that with Fell Mastery, which gives me the extra damage to Fell Rush, Dark Slash, and Momentum gives me that extra damage. I'm finding that on multiple targets and stuff, this seems to be better, do a little better damage for at least leveling wise. I do think unless something changes, I'm honestly going to have to probably pick Nemesis for dungeons and boss battles. And raid boss battles and stuff. I think that's going to be the go-to talent right now, unless they change things up. Okay, we'll get into some gameplay here, and we'll just show you what's what. Why do I have felt this? This is not supposed to be on my bar, you bastard. Get off of there. Thank you. This is a rare mob here. It's actually this is one of the pretty neat ones. There's actually 2 mobs here, and you get to pick which one you help. You can help the hunter, the ghost of the hunter of Henry Breakwater, or you can help Longfang. So, since I just love me some wolves, I'm gonna help Longfang here to kill off the hunter. As you can see, he turned it, and then we can just there we go. And then we have the generation, and then we hit that, and you can, and it does a decent amount of damage. And yes, no, I'm a clicker. I've been a clicker for years. I'm sorry. I know. I'm filth. Come back here. Well, I clipped that, didn't I? There we go. And no problems with that. Oh, got some more resources there. I gonna just Now we can I've just pulled some few mobs here just so you can. Oh, see, this is what happens when you're not used to. Stun them a little bit. Yeah, and that's the thing here. Um, Mobs even leveling. If you're a DPS class, you are gonna have to manage things really good. Cause right now, at least, I don't know how it would be when we're live. I'm sure they'll probably change up, but with the gear and stuff you can get on, you start off with here on the alpha and everything else. Um, a lot of DPS classes, mobs are actually can actually do damage, which is really actually pretty nice. I'm enjoying that. It makes it a little more dangerous. I feel I'm a lot more cautious now with what I'm doing, especially if I'm pulling more than one mob at a time. I'm a lot more cautious on my watching my health and stuff a lot more. I died quite a few times too at the beginning when testing stuff out. It's like so I definitely start being a little more cautious, which I'm finding really fun. I'm enjoying the spec. I'm hoping as we get up in levels at max level, I'm hoping that our fury generation is a little better because right now it feels a little fury starved, to be honest. I mean, I can't usually get more than two chaos strikes off before I'm out. Right now, it's not refunding a whole lot. I'm hoping they tweak the uh, the numbers and stuff with that. And I have tried other stuff that generates the fury and stuff. It still seems, and no matter which combination I used, it still seems that the overall fury generation can lag behind a little bit from what we need, or at least what I'm used to. I might just have to get used to, at least for leveling purposes, I might have to get used to just less fury generation. But that's it. That's all I really wanted to show y'all today. Just a quick overview, let you know what's going on. If you like this or if you didn't, please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the changes. What do you think of the gameplay and stuff? How you think of the class as a whole? If you think it's doing good enough or what you think they can change. But please leave a like. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you next time. And as always, have a good day.